Hello everyone. So this video is about Microsoft Excel. I just wanted to share a few tips and tricks once you're creating your Google Ads account. And even though if your account is already active, you can use some of these formulas. If you're creating new ads, there is a limit of 30 characters for like headlines, and for description I think there is 90 characters limit. So the best way to check that, if you use Excel just like me, is if you can use this formula of length, and then the text will be this. So you can see this has 57 characters, and the next one, if you just copy and paste that has 39. So we know that it should be less than 30. So this one is exceeding that limit, and it's a very basic formula. The second thing that I want to teach you is using the proper function. So and actually it's trim function with proper. So like the way Google Ads work is like sometimes people create, and I think it's kind of a good practice as well. When you're creating your headlines, they say the first character should be capital, first character of the word. So the best way to do is, if if without a if without a formula or function I'm doing that, I'll be like this: the best products in town. So it's going to take a lot of time, and I'm not talking about these ads. If there's let's say like 70 hundreds of these ads, then it will be a tough job for me. So what we can do is we can use the normal function, that is a trim function, with proper, and then we can select this text, and there we go. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's just gonna correct it because I didn't add these brackets. Just yeah. And then if you copy and paste it here, you can see that it is doing the job for us. I'm just gonna open this. Sorry, there you go. So you can see that it is doing the job for us. The best products in town. All of the first, in the first ones are all capital, so you can just copy and paste it here. So and this is just a normal function that you can use for hundreds of your ads. So that was the first thing that I wanted to show you. Now moving on to keywords. Again, when you are creating the campaign for the first time, you need to add some keywords. And I know you're already aware of this. So there is an exact match with these, phrase with phrase, and broad, which is broad is just normal, if this hob is match. So if you have thousands of keywords and you want to add all of them in exact match, it will be hard for you to create all of them in this way: hob, and then this, and then frying pan. So the easiest way to do that is using and function. So what you can do is you can fix this, then you can use and function, use that, and then you can press and again, and then you can fix this here. Okay, what's going to happen is you can see all so this one has been changed to exact match. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, go over there, and then I'm going to paste it all, and you can see this has done the job is much easier. Now I'm giving you these examples with 9-10 keywords. Again, if there are thousands of keywords, it will be a tough job for you to add all of them in exact match. So I think the best thing is to use this formula. So we're going to do something similar with phrase. And if you look at it again, it's very similar. Fix it, fix it, use the and function, then this, and then again with and we're gonna fix this, and there we go. So all of them are in phrase match now. So what you can do is you can just copy and paste all of them in your campaign, and you're all ready to go. With broad, it's a bit different, because broad, as I said before, all of them are in broad match at the moment. So broad modifier is something different. So I'm going to just change it to modifier. And if you want to add broad modifier, it's gonna involve using the plus sign. So what we can do here is that, let's say we want all these keywords in United Kingdom. Once we have added that, now with broad match, what we're going to do is we're going to select this keyword, but before that, actually, we're going to use plus actually plus. So what you can see, okay, sorry, I was a bit, yeah. So what you can see here is we have created a broad modifier, and what we are targeting here is all the so the keyword should involve United Kingdom and Hob, both of them. So United Kingdom is a modifier as well as a Hob, and we have added all of them with a plus sign. So, and there we go. So what you can see here is that with a modifier, what we are doing is we are looking for all the keywords that are using frying pan in United Kingdom, spoons in United Kingdom, and all that. The basic principle is still the same. Let's talk about VLOOKUPs in detail. So VLOOKUPs are used nearly everywhere, and not only for PPC campaigns, you use them for a lot of the campaigns, like for financial stuff, for your like budgets, spreadsheets, anything that involves numbers. You use VLOOKUPs for that. So what I'm gonna show you is how to create a VLOOKUP. It's very simple. First of all, VLOOKUP helps you, if you want, let's say if you have in another sheet, let's say here, if you have sorry, in another sheet you have like all these brands and you have clicks, let's say, but you don't have the data with you here, and you want the data, but you can't just go back and you can either copy and paste it, but then the sequence is not correct. Brand 3 is there, brand 2 is here, and let's say brand 4 is, and again these examples are very like I'm using very small data set only for illustrative purpose, so it's not it's not in detail. If you want large data set, I can always create these examples with those as well. So so we can't simply copy and paste it here because brand 4 is not 41 clicks, it is actually 12 clicks. So we need to create a VLOOKUP, and for that VLOOKUP is going to have a go back, look at the data set and give us actual information. So VLOOKUP formula is very simple. You select VLOOKUP here, then the lookup value is brand 4, and then you press then you add the comma. You go back to the area, like for example here we are interested in this is our data set, whether we are going for clicks. Usually I always select like all of them, but for here we are like looking for clicks, so I'm going to select this data range. I'm going to fix it, then the column. So the column is first, second, and third. I'm interested in the third column, and I'm going to press 0, and there we go. We have got 12 clicks here. If you scroll down, and there you go. So we can always confirm that 41 clicks, 23, 42, and 12. So you can see all the numbers are accurate, and this is how VLOOKUPs work. If you in the future, I think what I will do is I will focus more on VLOOKUPs if you want to learn more about them. And now the challenge is, let's say brand 1 and 2 are repeated again, okay, with different numbers, and that's a challenge. So now, because brand 1 and 2 are repeated with different numbers, VLOOKUP is going to show us the same value, which is going to come first. So we won't be able to see whether the brand 1, the information is it's not going to be like collective. It's going to be the first one. For example, VLOOKUP is going to come here, it's going to pick it up, and it's going to show 1,233 impressions or 41 clicks. That's the thing. But we are not interested in that. The data is not it's not actual, it's not correct, because the data is not correct. If we use VLOOKUPs, we're going to rely on SUMIFs. So let's talk about SUMIFs in detail here. So now, because the brand 1 is repeated, let's say actually it's repeated 2 times here, so we need the collective number, and for that we are going to rely on SUMIFs. So I'm going to create a new sheet here. Okay, and here, or I can just do it here. So let's say if I have brand, I'm just going to copy and paste this here. And I'm interested in brand 1 collective numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a formula that is SUMIF. The range is and that is the range of the, like, you know, the basically the criteria range. So I'm going to select all of the criteria. I'm going to fix it. Then I'm going to go to the criteria. The criteria is basically brand one. I'm interested in brand one only at the moment. And then I'm going to go to the sum range, and sum range is what you're interested in. If you're interested in impressions, clicks, or like, you know, whatever. So I'm interested in impressions at the moment. I'm going to fix it, and there we go. That is the collective number of impressions for brand one. Again, why we are using this is because there is a repetition. If we use VLOOKUP here, VLOOKUP is going to show 1233 impressions. So SUMIF is the actual representation, and then you can just copy and paste this here, and then you can see there are 234 because it's not repeated. If let's say this was brand 2, you can see the number will change in the bottom. You can see it's now 257. So that's how you use SUMIF. But then the example gets a bit complicated. Let's say that we are interested in brand 1, but then we are interested in brand 1 March's performance only, not April, not July, only March. And here, for this reason only, we are going to use SUMIFs. So I'm going to delete all of that because it can confuse you guys. I'm just going to paste this here, and there is March only performance. So for that, we're going to use SUMIFs. Again, with that sum range, first of all, we're going to add impressions. We're going to copy the range, fix it. The reason why I always say fix it is because whenever you drag it down for like brand 2 and 3 and 4, it's going to go one step down. You don't want that. You want to fix it to that range. Then you're going to select the criteria range, that is brand 1 to brand 1 all the way, fix it. Then the criteria itself is brand 1. Then you're going to move on to the criteria range 2, which is months. So I'm going to select all of that, fix it. Then you're going to move to criteria range 2, and that is the month of March itself. And here you go. So we have got 1467 impressions in March. If you look at that, we can have a look this, and you can see the total number is 1467. So that's how you use SUMIF and SUMIFs, and they're very, very important. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment me. Thanks.